who's led our bid in New York. I'd have to say, having had exposure to Gary, I really don't know how he does it. It takes tremendous energy, a lot of fortitude, and Gary's shown all of that. A few moments of great stress along the way. Gary's known for having the occasional stressful moment. I think we'd all acknowledge that. But the fact that we have won and won in such style is a tremendous credit to him. And I'd like to thank Caroline Miller as well for her efforts. She's been there driving it hard too, and without her efforts we wouldn't have got there. And I know all of these great representatives, Dennis, Gillian, Gary, Carolyn, work with big teams, and they're as good as the teams they lead. They can't be better than the teams they lead. And so that is a great tribute to all of you, to each of you. And I think the fact that we came through is not only a tribute to Australian diplomacy, it's a tribute to Australia's reputation around the world. And that reputation is built by the activities of our diplomats. It's also built by the work of our Australian Defence Force as we do such difficult missions overseas. It's built by the work of our aid workers as they go into some of the poorest and hardest places on earth to make a difference to people in real poverty, and as they do so, to hold the reputation of Australia up high. It's also a tribute to our federal police who deploy around the world and who are so well received as they take those missions on around the world. And I've seen that with my own eyes too, the difference that our federal police can make in some of the hardest and most dangerous places on earth. So all of this is to be celebrated. It's to be the subject of a great deal of thanks. I'm looking forward to spending some time with you today and saying thanks to as many as I can personally. Now, I know in these days of budget restrictions that we're not at this point raising glasses of champagne, but though I do understand there may have been the occasional person who sustained themselves late into the night by having drinks through to get them there, but I don't expect in a group this large for people to identify that they've been up all night drinking. But there were a few, were there, Dennis? All right. He's got his Senate estimates face on in answer to that question. But I hope at some point you do get the opportunity to raise a glass and to savour the moment because it really is about you and your efforts. Thank you very much.